Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of 5 Mechanical Keyboard Interest Checks, the show in which I talk about all the interest checks that have caught my attention. Anyway, if that's the kind of content that you like, definitely subscribe, hit that like button, and stick around till after the break. The first one we're doing is an IC posted in early March by Castor Boris. This is an O-ring gasket-mounted 75% keyboard with 7-degree typing angle and an internal brass weight. The layout is still very much the compacted 75 that we see everywhere, but at least the F row has dividers. There's also a blocker separating the arrows out, but not quite the layout that I prefer on 75s, but if compactness is the priority here, I can see how they did it this way. The PCB is made by Team MechMerlin. I love that name, by the way. But you can't really see too many details based on these photos. However, from snooping around on Team MechMerlin's GitHub, I see that it's using an Atmega32A microcontroller, which I don't see used very often outside through-hole builds anymore, so this is kind of interesting. I also see 3 indicator LEDs, backlight support, and what seems to be an ESD protection chip. I would love to see a post confirming or denying any of my suspicions. The mounting works by having 4 O-rings that wrap around standoffs on the PCB. There will also be case alignment pins to assist you in building this keyboard. Unfortunately, there's not too many photos here depicting that. This is really the only one I can find, and I don't see much. Anyway, what is clear is that it's a roughly $220, maybe $230 board, and when it goes on group buy, there will be 100 units in stock in the rhubarb colorway. Group buy date is set for sometime in Q2 and Q3 of this year. No date for delivery quite yet, but typically boards that have in stock available tend to ship faster. If you're looking for a relatively affordable 75% keyboard, this might be the board for you. The MechMerlin verdict is consider. This is an IC posted by Sabumov in mid-February. The Compound 60 is a standard 60 supporting keyboard that features a polycarb case, 4mm palm plate, a brass weight, and the centerpiece and back wall made out of aluminum. Looking at the pictures and this cross-section, this looks like a metal board that's encased in polycarb. However, the main feature here is Sabumov's introduction of a new type of mount called backside mount. The plate is slid into rails on the backside of the case and is fixed in place by the back wall. So unlike our other mounts in which only certain parts of the plate come in contact with the case, this plate is completely secured. He advertises this to have perfect sound and zero flex, which is hard to believe. While I'm a big fan of stiffer plates, zero flex might be way too much for me. This board will be bundled with the HS60, a hot swap PCB. My issue with this is that it looks like the only thing affixing the PCB to the plate is the friction holding the switch legs in the hot swap socket. No matter how much flex he has removed, this will still eventually cause the switches to loosen from the Kale hot swap sockets, or worst case, the hot swap itself starts to loosen from the PCB. I'd suggest securing any hot swap PCB to the plate using screws. At this point, no group by date set or vendors announced, but the projected price is around $400. For something very new and from a new designer, $400 might be too much. Overall though, I do like how this board looks. The MechMerlin verdict is consider. This is an IC posted by Keebio in mid-February. This is a 65% gasket-mounted keyboard with USB-C daughter board. What else is interesting is that the bottom can be fully brass, or if you're not a fan of the weight, then just leave it at aluminum. Unfortunately, there's really not much posted here. No group by date, no vendor, no pricing. All we really have is this. What caught my eye is actually the design of the bottom. I've realized that as I grow in this hobby and buy more things, I tend to get a better picture of what exactly I like, and more importantly, why I like it. I've noticed that as much as I like fancy engravings on a weight, I much prefer having the shape of the weight being the fancy part. Given the fact that there's not really much posted here other than the first post, the MechMerlin verdict is maybe. This is an IC posted by Tom Sparrow in early February. This GMK set is inspired by the firs, muddy grounds, pebbles, basically the scenery of a hunt. It uses one stock GMK color and two custom RAL colors. It features 3 kits, the base labeled hunting grounds, the novelties labeled wildlife, and a spacebar kit labeled rifles. No group by date or pricing listed yet, but vendors will be TX Keyboards, My Keyboard, Dust Hero, Daily Clack, and Ilum KB. One thing you may notice for the set is that the mods are icon based. On a key set without sub-legends, I prefer text, but icons aren't bad. I personally never gone hunting in my life, so this theme doesn't really resonate with me at all. The novelties look good, but this is a novelty kit I would probably pass on. However, I am a fan of the colors used, and can envision this on quite a number of my boards. I can imagine this working on a gray, silver, black, even a burgundy board of sorts. The MechMerlin verdict is strong consider. GMK Cluck was posted by Mighty Chicken in mid-January, and as you guessed it, it's inspired by the classic squawking rubber chicken. With that said, this kit needs to come with an actual squawking chicken. Anyway, this set uses 5 GMK stock colors. It's got 4 kits, the base, the novelties, space bars, and an alternate alphas kit to give a chicken face. No price or date released quite yet, but current vendors are Dan Keebs, Ilum KB, and Candy Keys. So why did this key set catch my attention? Honestly, because it made me laugh. So just going on a tangent here, but one of my favorite YouTube channels is Big Marvel. He does quite a few parodies and covers of popular songs, but what makes his covers unique is that he uses a squawking chicken. Another reason this caught my eye is the use of yellow. Yellow is one of my favorite colors, but the way he has it here is a little too bright for my taste. The red legends give it more of a McDonald's kind of vibe, and is starting to make me hungry. Which is not a good thing, because as we all know, it's better to spend your money on GMK key sets other than food. After all, GMK key sets come with an edible container. Oh, you thought I wouldn't do it? Are you calling me chicken? Anyway, this is another set that honestly I would never buy, but definitely caught my attention. If you're into memes or like McDonald's, then maybe this kit is for you. The MechMerlin verdict is weak maybe. Alright folks, thanks for watching, and as usual, if you want to know more information about these ICs or just want to join the conversation, check out the links down below. Also, while you're there, let me know which of these 5 ICs caught your attention, and tell me why as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye now. Oh hey! GMK Misu!